this Western Conference. Welcome into Undisputed, everybody. A ton of stuff to get to today. I'm Jen Hale, here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Hi, guys. How are we?
Oh, this Western weather.
Back again.
We're in Seattle or L.A.?
You know, all I got to say is, if only Bron could shoot threes like Bronny shoots threes, Bron might get himself another chip.
He's going to get one anyway.
Is he?
He's going to get one anyway.
Really? Is that your prediction?
Anyway. Yeah, I'm predicting. I told you before he leaves, before he retires, he's going to get the field chip.
Is he?
Yep.
I don't see it, but here we go.
5 for 5.
Okay. 5 for 5.
Yeah.
All right. I love
As
the
in
prediction.
6 for 6?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Guys, let's start there this morning. A ton of stuff I got to get your opinions on. But in yesterday's McDonald's All-American game, the aforementioned Bronny James scored 15 points on 5 of 10 shooting. Bronny, the only All-American who is not committed to playing anywhere next season. Tons of speculation about his future. Shannon, what did Bronny show you last night?
That he belongs among the best high school basketball players in the country. He can shoot the ball at an elite level, not good, at an elite level.
Yep.
5 of 8 from 3, finished with 15 points. His last triple put the West up 106-105. They ended up losing the game. But, Skip, you can see the improvement that this kid has made over the last several years. The only thing that his mom and dad could provide for him was resources. He has to put the work in.
Absolutely.
So let's not pretend like he's the only kid that parents had resources. But they didn't work as hard. You can see the improvement. At the end of the day, Skip, his dad can't play for him. He can't shoot the ball for him. He can't defend for him.
No.
He can't do anything except provide the resources and advice. It's up to Bronny to put the work in. And you can see that he's putting the work in. You can see the improvement that he's made. Skip, I can hear it now in barbershop where he ain't even belong there. Look at the little paltry numbers. But he showed last night he belonged amongst the best because that is the way he shot the basketball. He showed that he belonged at this level. He showed that he can go to the next level and compete at a very high level. Now, whether he stays 1 year, whether he stays 2 years, that remains to be seen. But I like what I saw last night, Skip. He wasn't the moment, and I guess, Skip, growing up as junior to LeBron James, I guess he's been in the spotlight his entire life. And he hadn't shied away from it. No. He understands who his dad is. He knows what that name represents. And I think he had a great showing for that name last night. His mom and dad and his grandma and his brother that was in attendance, I'm sure they're extremely proud. I know his dad. His dad is like over the moon. Like over the moon. His dad is
he could barely contain himself in the front row.
He was.
Pretty soon I thought he was just going to go out on the floor and say, I want to play with you,
just hug, just like, right, boy, you do it. You made that. You made your old man proud tonight.
Correct.
Skip, he can play. He can play at an elite level, and I believe he's just going to keep on getting better and better and better. And I don't care how much money someone's family has. At the end of the day, that said individual has to put the work in. So because he's not the first player, basketball, football, whatever the case may be, that's parents that have had money, had resources to give him the best trainers, the best instructors, and it didn't. The promise that was there went unfulfilled because the desire and the work ethic wasn't there. I believe his desire to get better, match with his parents' resources, gives Bron Jr. a great opportunity to go not only to the collegiate level, but to a level beyond that.
Okay. And by the way, he wasn't the only famous son there last night because Pace's son was there playing. Looked like he can play. Mm-hmm. There was a third-generation Wagner, and you remember?
Yep, Deshaun. His dad, Milt Wagner, played with Louisville.
He did. And there is a Reed Shepherd, who's the son of Jeff Shepherd, who won 2 titles with Kentucky, and now the kid is going to Kentucky, and he looks like he can play.
Right.
So these are all kids who are born with, quote-unquote, silver spoons in their mouths.
Right.
And you can argue they got great genetics, but they have to do the work.
Right.
Okay, before I launch on this, and I got a whole lot to say.
Okay.
I want to make a point and bounce it off you. You did have an older brother who was really, really good at playing football. So it had some impact on your rise.
Right.
But I'm here to make the case. I believe there's as much pressure on LeBron James Jr. as there was on senior, as in Bron, coming out of high school. Not that Bronny is as good as Bron, because he's clearly not, because who could be? But because of everything you just said and because of the social media world in which Bronny grew up in.
Correct.
The pressure on this kid, and I want to say poor kid in some ways, but the pressure on him is staggering to me. It's beyond anything I've ever seen. And because he is the namesake son of that guy who is still the face of the NBA and is now the all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA, for him to be on display at the McDonald's All-American game, is that what they call it, All-American?
McDonald's All-American.
Okay. For him to be the centerpiece, that game was just spilling over. Every time I looked up, I said, that kid can play, and that kid can play. And for him to be in the eye of that storm last night on national television with his famous father and mom and brother and sister and grandmother, all of them just right there in the front row, getting shot after TV shot after TV shot. Listen, seriously, I'm here to make the case. The pressure on this kid is equal to what his father went through just because there's more of it today.
Yeah, there is, Skip, and he grew up in the social media age, and LeBron James didn't, even though we all knew who he was. There was no questions about who he's taking to the prom. Oh, he shouldn't have took this person to the prom.
No.
But I think the thing is, Skip, that what he does, he's not overshadowed by his dad. He embraces it. That's what it was for my brother. Now, Skip, man, you're not as good as your brother. You cannot run your brother. You cannot jump your brother. I embrace that. It's like, I want to show you.
But you heard it in second grade or whatever, right?
So he understands that my dad is LeBron James. He understands what that represents. But, Skip, I don't think he runs from it. I think he embraces it. And there's the difference between the two. As long as you don't run from that, you embrace that moment, embrace the opportunity that you have, I think he'll be just fine. And he understands we're totally different. My dad is 6'9". I'm 6'3". My dad is built like a freight train. I'm not.
He's
put together
pretty good.
He's put together for 18, 19-year-old.
I think he is, actually.
But
not like Dad.
No.
Okay. So he's a 4-star recruit, not a 5-star.
Yeah.
He's a 4-star. He did not start the game last night because he doesn't rate starting with that kind of talent around him because he's not that guy.
His dad was a galaxy. He wasn't a star. He was the galaxy.
Okay, he was. Clearly, LeBron is the starter in the McDonald's game, but the kid didn't start. But he did finish the game, and I thought that was significant. Now, to all your points, I have loved this kid from the start because he comes across as a very special young man who, in body language, in poise, in makeup, in the ability to embrace the pressure and rise above the pressure, I'm not sure I've ever seen anything any better than this.
Right.
Because, listen, he comes into the game off the bench. Did he look overmatched? No.
No.
Did he look like he was trying too hard?
No.
No. Did he look poised and confident, supremely confident and comfortable in the moment? You better believe he did. He hit his first three. He ripped it as clean as you can rip it. And usually in an all-star game, every kid is trying to do too much and playing out of control.
Right.
He played in complete, serene control. He was actually, Bronny was playing basketball. Sometimes the kids just play wild one-on-one dunk contest ball, right?
Right.
But that was the best McDonald's game played that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They actually played pretty good basketball.
Everybody wants to showcase skill while I'm here.
Well, sure. Well, they do. But I saw some pretty good ball movement, and Bronny benefited from that ball movement because he was getting off multiple passes, open threes, and making open threes.
Right.
Okay, so he makes 5 out of 8. He made a late clutch one that took my breath away. Could we see the shooting stroke? Can we see the purity of this stroke in the 5 threes that Bronny did make last night in the McDonald's game? Okay, so here's the first one, and he comes clear. Yeah, the first shot. And did he hesitate? Did he look nervous? Was it shaky-handed? Nope. Look at that. That's pure stroke. That's
distance.
That's distance and effortless distance.
Look at this.
Yep. That's a dribble left to create some space. Here we go again. That's a rainbow, okay?
I mean,
This is the late one. This is the one That came late with 1:21 left, and that put them up 1. Okay, so here we go. I think we're going back through them again. Okay, so here's the point. He clearly is a better shooter than his father was at this age. You could make a case than he is now. And just for the record, I checked this right before showtime. LeBron is shooting 30.6% from 3. He's having a down year. He's been an average three-point shooter, but he's not average anymore this year. That ranks 147th of 148 qualified. Only Banchero is the rookie, obviously at Orlando, is one notch below him. So he's shooting poorly from 3, and that's hit me between the eyes last night because the kid can flat out stroke it. Okay, that will travel. That will carry. That's the kind of stroke, especially under any kind of fire, expectation, pressure, that you can take up a notch and up a notch.
Well, Skip, he's a better shooter now than his dad was. His dad has worked and got better at shooting the basketball. Can you imagine if Bronny gets better at shooting the basketball, where he's going to go at being able to shoot the basketball? Because his dad wasn't even close to being able to shoot the basketball like this when he was this age.
Not even close. But the flip side is
he could drive the ball.
Hey, he could do things with the basketball just on sheer power and athleticism that Bronny never dreamed of doing.
But Bronny had to be able to shoot the ball like this, Skip, because he's not 6'9". He's not posting up